your boy Problem. Representing straight out of the Problem ENT family. Picking up Lady D on our new program on the Linkage Radio 101.5 FM called Inside the Zone. Why am I telling Lady D you really have New York City inside the zone?
Hello?
Hey, Session, what are you doing?
Hi, Prime Minister. I'm just logged in listening to Lady D Inside the Zone on linkageradio.com.
Yeah, you're in the zone, sitting in your home, listening to Lady D on 101.5 FM. Yeah, it's the spade. So get the youth to grow them locks and them beard. It's a new
You are
day.
tuned into Inside the Zone with Lady D. Better outside.
Inside the zone.
Everybody falling for Lady D.
Yo, Ajama the star, representing Lady D. Yo,
Inside the zone. Inside the zone. Inside the zone.
This is Patrick Tyson, and you're listening to Inside the Zone with Lady D on your favorite radio station. Keep it locked. This is Patrick Tyson, and you're listening to Inside the Zone with Lady D on your favorite radio station. Keep it locked. This is Patrick Tyson, and you're listening to Inside the Zone with Lady D on your favorite radio station. Keep it locked.
Come make we spread a little, spread a little, spread a little love. Everybody give a little love. Come make we spread some love and put down those guns. Well, this is Dash Routine right about now. You're tuning in with the Lady D. It's all about In the Zone on Linkage Radio. Keep it locked. Wow.
22 minutes after 5. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Another Monday here in the studio of Linkage Radio, 104.5 FM and 101.7 FM. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everyone? What's going on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a million people and more. 23 minutes after 5. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Inside the Zone. Producer, presenter, Lady D. I'm here. It's MLK Day. Martin Luther King Jr., Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We recognize his work, his sacrifice, and those who sacrificed alongside him. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. That's a quote from the late Dr. Martin Luther King. What does it mean to you while we're celebrating today? It means anything at all? Is it just another day off? If you got a day off? How do you see yourself in this world? What are you contributing? Black, white, pink, brown, yellow? Doesn't matter. Who finds it most challenging on this day, mentally, socially, economically, spiritually? Where are your challenges? Where do they lie? We ask a myriad of questions each and every day of our lives. Some of us feel insecure. We're not like the next person. But I'd like to remind you that you are your own person. You have your own gifts. You're uniquely made. You're created. There's no duplication. Even if you are a twin, you have your own fingerprints. You have your own footprint. Yep. 25 minutes after 5 o'clock. And as you know, it is the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. And it is brought to you by Ferguson Wright LLC, Donna Ferguson Wright. She is the consummate professional. She's great at tax preparation, and she says that she's able to improve your financial health one client at a time, reliable and accurate. And she can take your business to the next level. Your financial health. Some of us have chronic financial health, don't we? 26 minutes after 5. Welcome one and all, wherever you are tuning in to me from. www.linkageradio.com, Linkage Radio on TuneIn, the Linkage Radio app, Linkage Radio on Ustream, 641-552-8206. That's the number you can dial to catch me on the run. You can simply sit down, listen at your desk, and nobody has to know. You're walking around, you're in your kitchen, you're on the roadway somewhere. You just dial 641-552-8206 to those of you who are in the United States of America. The Monday Beat is coming up shortly. Chasing the Monday Blues out of here. And it's MLK Day, so I have a different selection today. Just for you. Dr. Martin Luther King special coming up. The segment Voices, of course, is all about Dr. King. Keeping you in the know at 6 p.m. Chris Wilby will be joining me. Headlines here, there, and music. Monday, 27 minutes after 5 o'clock. 914-600-4228, 914-202-4934. Good afternoon to Patricia, Gloria, Pepper Light, Eddie, Yam Lady. Hello, Vernon. I have not heard from Vernon in a long time. Hello, Kay. There are quite a few people. I should pull my out, you know, and just say Happy New Year to all of you. Those of you who weren't here on Monday to catch my New Year greeting, then I'd like to greet you and say hello to those of you from across our Caribbean region and territories. Antigua, Barbuda, Bahamas, Barbados, Belize, and Bermuda. Yeah, good afternoon. Are you from the Cayman Islands? Cuba, Dominica, the Dominican Republic, Grenada, Guadeloupe, Guyana, Haiti. No matter what they call you, Haiti, you're resilient. Jamaica, no matter what they say, Jamaica, you are still beautiful. Martinique, Montserrat, Netherlands, Antilles, Puerto Rico, St. Kitts, St. Lucia, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, renowned Trinidad and Tobago, the Turks and Caicos, U.S. Virgin Islands, Venezuela, and you're from the United States of America. You're simply catching here, you live here, you're visiting here, you were born, you're in transition. January 15. Happy birthday to my cousin Kimberly Brown. And it is, of course, the day that we recognize Reverend King Jude. It's his day. See what I'm talking about? 5:30 p.m. Are we ready to kick off the show? Yes, I am. Take it down. We got music for you this afternoon. Wherever you are, good afternoon. I invite you to stop by, say hello, spread the pages. For those of you who are on Inside the Zone's Facebook page or my personal page, Lady D, stop there, say hello, won't you? It's a day. Good afternoon. We all are one. Jimmy Cliff. I'm a backup, background vocalist.
Oh, we all are one. We are the same person. I'll be you. Oh, yeah. We all are one. Same universal word. I'll be you. You be you. No matter where we are born, we are human beings. Same chemistry with emotions and feelings, all corresponding in love, compatible. You can't get around it no matter how hard you try. Better believe it. And if you should find out that you are no different than I, reply. We are the same person. I'll be you. person. I'll be you, you'll be me. We all same universal word. I'll be you, you'll be me. We are the same person. I'll be you, no matter where you're born. We are same person. I'll be you, you'll be me. We all, you know, I know, we all know.
I'll be you. Yeah. That is my guy Jimmy Cliff. Good afternoon. We all hear Bob Marley says. One love. It's a Monday beat, chasing the Monday blues out of here.
One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Hear the children crying. One love. Hear the children crying. One heart. Saying, give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Saying, let's get together and feel alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let them all pass all their dirty remarks. One love. There is one question I'd really love to ask. Oh, hopeless sinners who has hurt all mankind, just save his soul, believe. One love. What about a one heart? What about let's get together, feel alright? It was in the beginning. One love. So shall it be in the end. One heart. Alright. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel almost there. Let's get together to fight this holy Armageddon. One love. So when the man comes, there will be no doom. One soul. Have pity on those whose chances grow thin. Father of creation, saying, one love. What about the one heart? What about the let's get together and feel alright? I'm pleading to mankind. One love. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright.
It's a Monday. And it is Dr. Martin Luther King's Day. A lot of black love. A lot of love. It's the Monday Drive.
What is life?
Welcome, everybody.
It's a spell. What is life? No one can tell. What is life? What is life? It's looking bleak. They control the treasure of our birthright. And to survive, we have to struggle
The Monday beat, what a difference it was. Jimmy Cliff, we're all on like a hooroo, what a light. That's how we wrap up the Monday beat, chasing the Monday blues out of here. Good afternoon, everyone. 5:44 p.m. The show brought to you by Ferguson Wright LLC, Mastermind Group Sessions, individual and group leadership development coaching. Donna Ferguson Wright, give her a call, 732-734-1829. 732-734-1829. That's what I'm talking about. Well, it's now time for me to bring my feature to you this afternoon on Dr. Martin Luther King. He had given a speech several years on obedience and obeying just versus unjust laws. And I'd like to share that clip with you right now. Afterwards, I'm going to be playing some more selections for you. And at 6 p.m., Chris Wilby and I will be talking news and about Luther King and a whole lot. Inside the Zone with Lady D, Linkage Radio 107, 101.7 and 104.5 FM. Give me a call, 914-600-4228, 914-202-4934. Good evening.
Our guest today on Meet the Press is Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr., who is in San Francisco. On our panel of reporters in Washington, D.C., you have just met Lawrence Spivak. Our other reporters today are Tom Wickert of the New York Times, James J. Kilpatrick of the Richmond News Leader, and Chancellor of NBC News. We'll continue the Wicker.
Dr. King, you said a moment ago that Alabama was a state that gives respectability to the resistance and defiance of the law. And you listed an observance of the law by local agencies in the South as one of the cardinal that you were seeking. Yet on March the 9th, you led the second march in violation of a federal injunction not to march. You said that order was unjust, and John Lewis, one of your colleagues, said that the Negroes had a constitutional right to march, injunction or no injunction. Now, was that in keeping with nonviolence and the restraint that is always characterized, and could you explain your reasoning in defying the court order that day?
Well, let me say two things to that, Mr. Wicker. First, I did not consider myself defying a court order that particular day. I was my attorneys for and they felt that it was an invalid order and that it would not be, that I would not be in contempt of court violating the court order if I led the march to the point of having a moral confrontation with the point where the people were brutalized on Sunday. So I still don't consider that breaking a court order or breaking what I consider an unjust law. On the other hand, I must be honest enough to say that I do feel that there are two types of laws. One is an unjust law. I think we all have moral obligations to obey just laws. On the other hand, I think we have moral obligations to disobey unjust laws because non-cooperation with evil is as much a moral obligation as is cooperating good. But I think that when one breaks a law that conscience tells him is unjust, he must do it openly, he must do it cheerfully, he must do it lovingly, he must do it civilly, not uncivilly, and he must do it with a willingness to accept the penalty. And any man who breaks a law that conscience and willingly accepts the penalty by staying in jail in order to arouse the conscience of the community on the injustice of the law is at that moment expressing the very highest respect for law.
Well, I can sympathize with that. See, you get into a very difficult point here. Each man's conscience is set, in fact, above the conscience of society, which has invoked the law. How are we to enforce law when a doctrine is preached that one man's conscience tells him that the law is unjust?
I think you enforce with it by not allowing anarchy to develop. I do not believe in defying the law. as many of the segregationists do. I do not believe in evading the law, as many of the segregationists do. The fact is that most of the segregationists for their belief, and they are not willing to go to jail. I think the chief norm for guiding the situation is the willingness to accept the penalty. And I don't think any society can call an individual irresponsible who breaks the law and willingly, if conscience tells him that that law is unjust. And I think that this is a long tradition in our society. It's a long tradition in biblical history. Meshach and Abednego broke an unjust law, and they did it because of the high moral law, practiced civil disobedience in a superb manner. Academic freedom would not be a reality today if it had not been for Socrates, and if it had not been for Socrates' willingness to practice civil disobedience. And I would say that in our own history, there's nothing that expresses madness more than the Boston Tea Party, and yet we give this to our young people and our students as a part of the great tradition of our nation. So I think we're in good company when we break unjust laws, and I think those who are willing to do it and accept it are those who are part of the saving of the nation.
There you go. That was just a brief clip on Dr. Martin Luther King's position on civil disobedience and obeying just versus unjust laws. We all know him. He was a man who was brilliant. And have you ever really thought about all these people, including those of us who are from the Caribbean, and we have our national heroes in Jamaica, how they really just gave themselves. Not many of us would do. A lot of people who do so. They just give themselves, offer themselves up for a cause. And they know the consequences. They know that they will be imprisoned. They know that they will be, most of them, they know that when they put themselves in these kinds of vulnerable situations for causes like this one in particular, where he fought against racial injustice. He wanted, as the term was, young people to develop a sense of worth, have a sense of worth, wanting to not feel as though they are not important. Like you've ever heard some people make reference to black people, like we just dropped out somewhere and landed here, like we're aliens. If they come too close to us, we're contagious. It's interesting. I don't know if anybody has ever experienced racism in starkest form. In your face, they feel as though you're going to suffocate. Or you see it and you just make it brush off your shoulders. And each year when we talk about different things throughout the year, we discussion of everything. At the very of us, most of us who are out of our own culture and country experience some kind of classism, racism, and there's about it. If you want to take that challenge off and say, I want to break this, I want to speak out, my voice must be heard, then there are people who have been doing that, and today there are people who are still doing it for you and me. You're not talking, you have discussions of all kinds, but are we going to go lay down our lives, stand up before law enforcement and say, shoot me and leave my people, that kind of thing? Not many people. But we recognize Dr. Martin Luther King today. 5:54 p.m. Got some more, ladies and gentlemen. And stick and stay with me. It's Inside the Zone, Linkage Radio 101.7, 104.5 FM, 914-600-4228, 914-202-4934. Do you have something to share about how you feel? What's your position? What do you feel? How do you feel when you hear? We love to play Dr. Martin Luther King's speech. As a matter of fact, that speech, he had even left it, I think. And, he just winged it and it worked. He came off with all kind of stuff and it worked. Good afternoon, Inside the Zone.
A pleasant good afternoon to you, Lady D, and good afternoon to all the radio listeners. How are you today?
My Patricia, I am good. Happy MLK Day.
Yes. And happy MLK Day to you too, Lady D. I feel so proud and so honored and what MLK has done for us. So many people would have asked a question. Have we improved? Is there any improvement? Have we gained any strides? And I would say yes, we have. We have come a mighty long way. We still have some to go. President Johnson, who signed the Civil Rights Day, as a bill. And as a result of that, we all can be proud recipients, of this great movement.
That's right.
And, I went to I was just busy taking pictures because what I learned about this young man, he was only 15 when he graduated from high school.
Yes.
From college.
From college.
Was it from college? 15 graduated from college. And he was so, it goes to show that we can all learn something from this brilliant man. He believed in nonviolence, of course, and even though some people would say, is it really worth it? But, just a humble man.
Yes.
And he's our Gandhi.
Mahatma Gandhi.
Mahatma Gandhi, how to be humble. How many of us could learn from all the beatings and all the whipping, the abuse So I know we have a lot to learn, and I know I have a long way to go myself because I lack patience, and I am consistently asking God to grant me patience, Lady D, because I don't know if I could have encountered what he endured. I don't know if I'm different. So, when we're placed in a situation, we just have to step up to the plate. So, God appointed him, as a leader at that particular time, nonviolent movement, and for this day. So we shouldn't take it for granted. No, we should not just sit back and allow the improvements and the stride that he made to go back in time. We have to do. We just have to pull up our boots by the straps and just love each other, support each other, encourage each other, respect each other. Lady D, that is a big word. There is so much disrespect. And each of us, we are all important in our own way. Everybody wants to be number one. And it's not going to work, So if you're number two, number one have to respect number two. And number two will respect number one to a certain extent. To a certain extent. So talk down to us and belittle us and make us feel inferior while you, elevate and advance yourself and then try to look down on number two. Because we're not going to sit back and take kind of passage that reads 2 Chronicles 7 verse 14, it says, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and worship me, then I will forgive their sins. My God. And I see 18 lot of people are coming together. They are praying more now because, there are answers.
Yes.
When we pray.
Absolutely.
But sometimes we're not going to get our answers overnight. This is no microwave. Sometimes God answers our prayer immediately, and sometimes He wants us to wait.
Yes.
But I have learned that the only way we're going to get any result if God's name is going to be glorified. If He's going to be edified, His name is going to be glorified.
Mm-hmm.
So we cannot be on glory and praise also. And when He sees, He sits up high and He knows. Because the children of Israel, when they were being under the leadership of Pharaoh, God did look out for them and God did answer their prayer. So we can pray. We need to come together and pray more often and just be our brother and sister keeper. Look out for our brother and sister. Respect our brother and sister. And leave the rest up to God.
That's right. I appreciate your input, Patricia. I saw all
of my Facebook listeners and all the radio listeners, and happy MLK Day to each and every one.
All right. Thank you. And we'll be talking more on news and all that. So I'm looking forward to you calling back.
Listening. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Lady D, and a wonderful program as usual. I'm listening.
All right. Blessings.
Oh.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's Patricia, an ardent listener and supporter of the show and the station Linkage Radio. Good afternoon. We're on 104.5 FM, 4228-4202-4934. Got some music for you.
Oh, what a lovely bread. Gifted and white. Open your heart to what I mean. In the whole world, you know, there's a Yours is the quest that's just begun.
Good afternoon, it's MLK Day. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. How we doing, Lady D? It's Phil.
Hey, Vale, what's up?
I'm here. Just listening in.
Yes, don't hang up, my love. Hold the line. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Lady D.
Phil, welcome to the show, my young black entrepreneur.
Oh, thank you. That's a lovely introduction.
Of course.
As always. But no, thank you for having me. I'm listening and I'm like, I had to call this.
Yeah.
For the most part, I just want to say happy Martin Luther King Day. And I want people to understand, like, especially for my generation and my age group, I want them to understand is like we can't take it for granted what he did in how we treat each other, whether it's the violence in the community or whether it's how we treat our women. I mean, these are people who went before us and laid a foundation. And when we see sacrifices like that, it should keep us in a mind frame that, look, we have better fathers and we have somebody, we don't have I mean, look at the ones who did it. Look who went before us and did it, like on Dr. Martin Luther King or Rosa Parks and people, other leaders who led the civil rights movement. So, I mean, it's very important, and I want our generation, my generation, to recognize that.
Yes, congrats, and thank you for that, my dear. And are in your music business, you are progressing, and there
Indeed.
are other young people like yourself who they have a sense of purpose, and not many of your generation are like yourself will also pass on
Right.
your
Yeah,
legacy to
absolutely.
them, you know, because other people have spoken into my generation, spoken into my life, and you are doing the same thing on the.
Thank you.
All right, my love, thank you for calling.
No problem. God bless everyone listening in and Linkage Radio. Big up.
Big up, thank you. All right, Bill.
All right.
Bye bye. So I have online Chris pinch you, so I'm sure.
Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to the listeners. How are you doing? Happy Martin Luther King Day to everyone.
Yes, of course. Stick and stay with me. Good afternoon. We have a call online. Chris, welcome to the show. It's MLK Day. How are you?
I am good, Lady D. Happy to be with you.
Good afternoon there. How are you doing?
I am good. Lady D.
Uh-huh.
It's cutting in and out. You're going in and out. Sometimes you don't hear anything. And then it's in and
Okay,
out.
my dear. One of those connection
All right,
problems. Thank you.
I'm listening. Happy Martin Luther King Day, and as I say already.
All right. Thank you, my
Okay, got it.
It's Anna Ferguson Wright LLC. Improving health one client at a time, reliable and accurate, and can take your financial health to the next level. I just want to welcome everyone to the show this afternoon, and I just covered the Martin Luther King segment with some great like love and all of that. I would also like those of you who are perhaps aware of it or not aware of it, Nadine McKenzie, whose daughter died a year ago, Shamoya McKenzie, she experienced something really while she was at the game. Her house caught fire. And, you know, she got the call when she was at the game down in Hatton. And I wasn't aware of it until late evening because when someone tracked me down and made a call, and they confirmed it, and I called her, you know, and I encouraged her. She was more or less, you know, solemn. What can she do but trust in her heart, so I can pray for her and encourage her. Hold the line. Good afternoon. How are you?
Good evening and everything for you. Can I talk to you after 1 minute?
Hold on, please. Hello? Good afternoon.
Yes, Miss Beautiful. I would like you to play a song without the give it after you. Oh Lord, Why Lord by Brooke Benton. It's the celebrity Martin Luther King thing. Thank you very much.
You know, I had
Long
to
time
call,
I don't talk to you, but I keep listening.
you know, Vernon, you caused me to call your name earlier in my segment. I'm like, is what happened to Vernon now? Not
Yeah, I'm
hearing
here, I'm listening.
whatever, but I love you.
Okay, have a wonderful evening. Love you.
Love you too. Bye. Okay. Hi, Chris.
Yes, lady.
Okay, for a moment I thought I lost you. I do apologize for that. Yes,
That's all right.
and so Herbert, and thank you, admire, and this moment too shall pass. But there are sometimes when things happen, you just have to say, "Oh goodness," again. But
Yes.
this moment too will pass. I acknowledge the fact that her name has alongside her daughter, who is no longer here. But the tragic way in which her daughter lost her life, a lot of people poured into her along the way, and we will be assisting and supporting her to make that happened yesterday. And life goes on. It does. Today's another day.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes, it's very very sad, unfortunately.
Heartbreak story.
So
As usual, doing what we love to do.
Same way.
So,
absolutely.
We're talking about what's happening, and today a very, very special day. Thinking about Martin Luther King, my friend and I, we had a little debate about the day itself, and he said that he doesn't celebrate days because no day belongs to any man. A whole lot of things. So in Jamaica we have our national heroes that came before us and they fought for us.
That's what I said.
And they made it possible for us to live free society.
Yes.
Some people, but you see, that's the way how life is, the further we get away from certain situations, the less we think of it. We don't realize, because it's such a distant memory. As a matter of fact, for a lot of people, it's not even a memory because they really weren't born during that time, so they all take it for granted. But if you have to take some time, whether or not you believe it has anything to do with you today, but you have to take some time, and we all have to take some time to reflect on these guys who lived those times. I listened to a lot of the speeches today on KVR. We had a lot of the speeches going all day, and I listened to most of them. And this guy, he was at the age of 25. This guy had already achieved so much. He got his PhD at age 25, and he was leading the charge against segregation and all of that stuff. So I mean, he is one of the greatest.
I'm sorry, I'm about to make a comment based on what you just said, but a friend of mine just sent me a text. He's listening, and so the person who told you that they realize these
he's not, because I have friends who are Jehovah's Witnesses, and I understand, because that was a part of the debate that we had. I said to him, if you were a Jehovah's Witness, you're you're not making comments like those. I think you're just uninformed.
Well, you know what?
But,
Which leads me into what I was about to say. That
Mhm.
from a human perspective, we have our own thoughts, personal space. All makes it a selfish thought. So if he says that, in addition to other people as well, there are other people who will tell you they don't recognize anything on a nation's split because every people are going through. And what is that there are people who are just will never say thank you.
Yes.
They won't say thank you because they feel that, all right, so if you did it, you wanted to sacrifice. There are people who think in a very selfish way. Now, we are, as I mentioned earlier, you know, I'm from the Caribbean country called Jamaica. We lots of national and I acknowledge every event that is placed on this nation's calendar. Whether I understand most of them or not, I try and I have to go read up because I live here. I need to be able to really. Somebody said, Martin Luther do him do, and who did lay down life for who, and there are people, I'm telling you, who will speak that way. Now, for some reason, some of friends, and it comes with a lot of variables because of our president in this country, because of a lot of shootings and of young people and so on. There is something that we are actually able, in more than I could last year, to find more footage, new footage rather, of Martin Luther's many speeches and all of
it was remarkable.
Yeah.
I could pick, choose, and refuse the ones that I wanted to use. I was kind of surprised, to be honest with you.
Because there was a time if you went to YouTube, and we have to give it to YouTube, boy. You went to
Yes.
YouTube, or even if you more, I recognize it and I respect it. I had stopped because you can only play that so more. After a while,
So much.
you know, yeah. But if you notice, there is about this has caused it, in addition to the comment that President Trump made about Haiti, and you know, it has to now they have popped out these hidden videos and other print
Because what has
materials
happened,
as well.
what has happened, you know, I think he has touched a nerve, and a lot, as I say before, a lot of people, and we're still in the fight. A lot of people believed, or I believe that we were out of the woods and there was no such thing as racism or class. It doesn't take much for us to slip back because it is right there under the surface.
In our faces.
And all you have to do is to and have somebody who is both these things, and they just go rearing their ugly heads, and that is what is happening, you know. And I can safely say, you know, I used to wonder, and this weekend, I can safely say that I used to say things like he's saying racist things, you know, or only a racist person would make such disparaging remarks or disparaging comments. And the thing is, it is, yes, I understand that the countries, I blame our countries. I blame, and let me talk about Jamaica. Africans can speak for African, Haitians can speak for Asia, but I can speak for my country. I can speak for Jamaica. They manage the affairs of our country effectively. It has caused our country to be in the category that this guy speaks of. And well, if our countries, if our countries were not, I'm not going to use the word that
operating in such a shoddy
if our
manner.
countries were not in that category that do not exist. Matter of fact, not even a half of the opportunities that exist here, they really do not exist in because of the history of Jamaica. And I realized that we in Jamaica and the Caribbean, we could have been better off had these people not been corrupt. But what is happening is that we have that people are enjoying living in Jamaica, while the majority is living in poverty, and the majority is living and of society, they are enjoying the country, while everybody else is living in fear. And so, and they are hell. A lot of these countries are really hellholes, you know, if we want to speak the truth. So I hate to find out with them, but it is the truth. A lot of these countries, Jamaica is. A couple lived in Canada, moved from Canada to Jamaica to retire after living there for 50 years, and was brutally murdered.
Can I say? Well, 4228, that's 914-600-4228 or 914-202-4934. 914-202-4934. We about a headline that you saw and read, we welcome your input. Now, I saw last week a video that came out with a man. Go ahead.
You know, your guest is making a very profound point just now, but regrettably, I draw parallels with people live and aspire for a better life, and a lot of it caused by bad government and so forth. It forced people to have to take steps.
trying to make. You know, I wasn't so eloquent.
I know, but
making the point. But
I don't like the fact that you said you have to agree. I'll never agree to anything that Trump said.
We
I
understand.
hate that I have to. I hate that I have to.
Just this past week, I saw a video that a young man from Africa, I think he was from Nigeria or Ghana, and just said all parts of the continent is impoverished. We know that. But he says, since the gentleman was being so general, he had to say, you know, something we deserve. Because things are so bad there. They have been used. They have been abused. And everything that's happening there is just so bad in some areas. No wonder the man could make reference to them. You have to say, man, them people. We would say, boy, those people really are living in some depraved condition. And we would find the appropriate adjectives to use. Right?
And,
he wasn't saying it. He was kick us down.
To disparage people. Yes, to disparage. I agree with you. No, I agree with you on that. That the way he used it, you know. But the fact is, let us say this, Peter. Let us argue that.
Hold on a moment. Hold on. All right. Who do I have online here?
I'm still here.
All right. Hold on.
I think it was yesterday with another, I think it was a New York senator, I can't remember if it was, but it was one of the senators that was from condition of his immense. Trump said, he used the word hell. He said, these people live in hellholes. No,
and that's different. That's different.
Hold on a minute.
Correct.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, Lady D.
Yes, go ahead. I had to make a reconnection there. Continue, gentlemen.
Okay. Yeah.
What described the place where they were living as hellholes. Now, had Mr. Trump used the same term, hellhole,
he wouldn't have gotten that back.
Word that he says, and it was in a negative light that he said it. This guy was saying that they live in hellholes, we need to help them so that they can get out of the hellhole. I'm saying, in hellholes, we don't same term.
Okay.
That
No, I disagree with you.
Well, that is my understanding.
No, I disagree with you to say so. Absolutely.
I don't think
because
so.
there's a concern that other senator that says these people are living in hellhole is quite acceptable. This is somebody who's speaking out of sympathy and empathy and concern. And context.
And it's very unfortunate because when you consider, and I agree, you know, most of us who are from other parts petitioned for you and you ended up here. You came here on your own recognizance. You came here because you were running away from something. Or you came here because you stopped by.
Trump's despicable comment. Remember, that's just part one of his comment. He went on to say he'd rather have people from Norway. Norway choice. You know that his immigration policy is trying to roll back the 1965 thing where all the white people were becoming here. So don't cut Trump any slack.
You brought it full circle when you said when you completed the sentence. Now, all I was trying to do was trying to take apart, say that in my country, overall. You understand? So if you try to understand what I'm trying to say.
Trump was not concerned about this country being hellhole. Trump categorically, unambiguously.
Say to you is that he is correct to a point that these countries, yes,
no,
he is, and I respectfully disagree.
All right, so we get that. All right, so position taken.
The senator who said hellhole is not better position to say to be agree.
All right, and again. Advocate, if he had said head hole,
no, that's conjecture. That's all. What's what I'm looking for? All because conjecture. That's what he wanted to say, and he said it. And that's where his head is and his heart.
Okay, fair enough, sir. Thank you for your comment always, DL.
Okay.
914 Ferguson Wright LLC. Financial and leadership development, tax preparation, bookkeeping. Give Donna Ferguson Wright a call. 732-734-1819. Good afternoon.
Hi, hello.
Yes.
Can you hear? I called you some months ago. I got disconnected and I called back. And because you were saying call the phone line and you was at the number. You know, and hold doesn't mean that way, okay?
All right. Thank you, dear.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Chris Welby?
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
He used the word correctly.
Okay.
People have been migrating from Bible days.
Don't have, hold on a moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Hold on, please. All right, go ahead.
Yes, people have been migrating. So it's not no. Watching the view the other day, and this lady was saying her husband came from Haiti, and her father-in-law there is 2 daughters here. about people. No wonder I have a lump in my stomach when I'm to pray for him. I've never seen anything like that. And if you lie enough, that you tell me, because he's just one big.
Never mind, my dear.
Lady on the view.
Oh.
Maybe you can put it in place like how it's supposed to put.
Okay. Thank you.
Gloria. And I wish the news media would kind of tune him out a little bit because he loves the attention.
Chris.
Chris
will be.
We can't get him out of our minds. And he says these things. The news media picks it up and they run with it 24 hours per day, right? Is he running with Hillary Clinton as an opponent? We could not get any coverage of Hillary Clinton because it was Donald Trump 24 hours per day. The news media would so it's like Hillary Clinton spent millions of dollars, almost $1 billion, to get her message out and coverage. And the news media would
Gloria.
Yes, ma'am.
A lot of them are very uncomfortable like me, and I didn't go there and make my ex.
So thank you for your call. Okay.
Bless you.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you may call. We have another line, 946-0422. 600-4228. I will be able to pick you up. Okay? Yes, Chris.
Yes.
This is when we say what a day, what a day. This MLK Day here has Donald Trump said. And while we can't help where we are from or the land of earth where we are from, we so greatly
Hello? Yes.
I'm hearing myself in the background. Can you turn down your radio in the background? I can hear my
Okay. Ku Klux Klan sign, and nobody's saying anything about that. You know the little O, what he does in his finger?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. When I try to keep.
To him, they'll never watch him. They don't really care. They feel, and again, I will go back. I'll reiterate. During the campaign, he Hello?
Just quickly.
Yes. Good afternoon.
As they say, you know, because to use the term part and take. You can imagine what he's saying when that the media or anybody else who's opposed
offline.
Is hearing.
But you see, there's a tape with him. There's a tape with him. he said when the Wall Street Journal quote him, he said he did not say it. And the Wall Street Journal had to come out with the tape. And the White House clearly
Just a minute.
You know what I would say? He's a liar. He's a pathetic, pathological, liar or
of dementia. As far as I know.
Well, we are waiting for a diagnosis.
I mean, that has been recorded. Let's say he has told what.
I heard recently, even that first tape, that same Access Hollywood mess, and a headline came out, but that was just a whirlwind, where he said,
That's him.
Yes. He never, this guy, he does not apologize for anything at all. Anything.
He's so far gone down the road. You just can't come back unless you're going to have unless you're going to repent and have a change of life.
But you know,
undo all the things that you've always been lying about.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Around him, the Congress, all the Republican members of Congress who agrees and try to defend things and those Ryan Bridges. He sympathizes, he lies for him, and when he's supposed to condemn anything from Donald Trump, what he does?
We are that administration, there is a certain order that they have to follow. Failing that, it's either you don't see them, you don't hear them, but something happen. They can't do anything. So while we see Ryan will come out and take the flak, it is designed that way. It talks about the eye. It talks about the in this country, how the life of his family, it's almost like a curse. This country, as well as it is, I am sure he saw it, he faced it. I don't know what he did while he was there, but he things.
Yeah. And if they mean that they're gonna,
their agenda.
Right, and they will use him because they have their agenda. Though they may not necessarily like him, it's not who they wanted. But the bottom line is, it's not democratic.
But he's doing what they want.
That happens here. When you talk about democracy, what is that here, sir? No.
Yeah.
There's
Anyway,
no such thing. Thank you. 877. If you'd like to be a part of the discussion, you need to call now. The show ends in 4 minutes. 914-600-228. fergusonride.com 732-734-1829. Hold the line. Welcome to the show. Good afternoon.
Lady, going to change the base because number 44 has his base right behind him, and if he does along, it's right. So all I mean, it's like gunslingers out there. Nobody's safe. And now, if this man, number 44, is going to open his mouth and say something about Jamaica, I wonder. So we just have to be very careful. Have a blessed week, each and every one.
All right. Thank you, Patricia.
You're welcome.
It was what color you are. What are you aspiring to? Would you like to leave a legacy? Are you leaving a legacy?
Stimulating the discussions were, and I enjoyed it immensely, and I look forward to being here next week.
Assuming you were on, then you tell me you're off.
That was after I got off. I got off at 8 o'clock this morning.
Oh,
so
okay. No
yeah,
problem.
It's 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock.
Thank
See
you.
you next week, same time, same place.
Blessings, Chris. Have yourself a good Monday.
All right, I'm out of here.
All right, take it easy. Gotta go. And I had a good afternoon. Thanks to and I will be connecting with somebody. Stick and stay, and you'll hear so much more. Blessings, everyone. Blessings to you, and you. Thanks to
compare.